Imagine waking up on a planet where the sky is tinted red, where the sun rises and sets with a faint glow, and where every breath you take is a calculated act of survival. This isn't a sci-fi movie. It could be humanity's next reality. But what does it really take to live on Mars? And more importantly, should we? In this episode of Exploring Space, we dive deep into the bold dream of colonizing Mars. What's standing in our way, who's leading the race, and how this red planet could become humanity's second home. Mars has long fascinated humanity. It's the closest thing to Earth in our solar system. With a 24.6-hour day, polar ice caps, and the presence of water beneath its surface, Mars feels like the next logical step in our space exploration journey. But the allure of Mars isn't just scientific, it's existential. Earth is vulnerable. Climate change, pandemics, nuclear conflict, asteroid impacts. Colonizing Mars isn't just a dream. It's an insurance policy for the survival of our species. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, famously said, "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." But is it possible to live there, really live there? To get to Mars, we need rockets that are powerful, reliable, and reusable. SpaceX's Starship is leading the charge. This next-gen vehicle is designed to carry 100 passengers at a time, with the ultimate goal of building a city of 1 million people on Mars by the end of this century. But launching is the easy part. The journey to Mars takes about 6 to 9 months. That's nearly a year in microgravity, inside a cramped spacecraft. Radiation from cosmic rays and solar particles poses a significant risk, 5 times more than what astronauts experience on the International Space Station. And once you get there, Mars has no breathable air. Its atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide. Temperatures can plunge to -80 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Dust storms can last for weeks, even months, covering the planet and blocking solar power. Survival means building habitats that are airtight, insulated, and radiation shielded, likely buried underground or built with materials native to Mars. That's where 3D printing technology and robotics could play a game-changing role. Human bodies are built for Earth's gravity. On Mars, gravity is only 38% of Earth's. Over time, this could cause bone density loss, muscle atrophy, and even affect organ function. Prolonged exposure to low gravity might reshape the human body in ways we can't yet predict. And then there's isolation. A Mars colony would be more than 140 million miles away. Messages take 5 to 20 minutes to reach Earth, depending on planetary alignment. That means no real-time conversations with loved ones, no help in emergencies, no resupply missions for months or years. Astronauts would be living in tight quarters with a handful of people for years. NASA studies on isolation show increased risk of depression, anxiety, and conflict. A Martian society would need not just engineers and scientists, but therapists, artists, teachers, and leaders to maintain mental health and build a functioning culture. Colonizing another planet raises enormous ethical questions. Who gets to go? The wealthy? The elite? What kind of society do we build on Mars? A democracy? A corporation-run colony? Or something entirely new? Is it ethical to terraform Mars, alter its environment to suit human life, when we're not even sure if life already exists there? What if we destroy Martian microbes before we ever discover them? And what about Earth? Some argue that instead of spending billions trying to escape our problems, we should fix our home planet first. But others say that exploration and preservation are not mutually exclusive. In fact, the technologies developed for Mars, like renewable energy, sustainable farming, and closed-loop ecosystems, could help solve crises on Earth. Right now, the Mars race is being led by a mix of public agencies and private companies. NASA aims to send humans to Mars in the 2030s, following the Artemis missions to the Moon. SpaceX wants to beat them there with Starship and hopes to send the first crewed missions by the late 2020s. China is investing heavily in space infrastructure and has its eyes on Mars colonization in the long run. The UAE has long-term goals of building a Mars colony with within the next century, even launching a probe called Hope. This isn't just a space race, it's a planetary one, and the prize isn't a flag or territory, it's survival, knowledge, and the expansion of humanity's reach beyond Earth. Let's fast forward 100 years. Imagine cities on Mars powered by nuclear fusion or solar energy, children growing up who've never seen Earth, terraforming projects underway, giant mirrors reflecting sunlight to warm the planet, algae farms releasing oxygen into the atmosphere, trade routes between planets, tourism to Olympus Mons, the tallest volcano in the solar system, cultural exchanges between Martian and Earth societies. Far-fetched? Maybe, but so was landing on the moon, until it wasn't. Colonizing Mars is no longer just a sci-fi fantasy. It's a real possibility, and one of the greatest challenges humanity has ever considered. So, will we become a multiplanetary species, or will Mars remain forever out of reach? Let us know what you think in the comments. Would you go to Mars? Should we go? And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here, at Exploring Space, the universe is just the beginning. Thanks for watching. See you in the next transmission.